All right, let me mute this.
Welcome to the Four Guys with Quarters show. With your hosts Inferno, Assassin, and Clowns.
And welcome, everyone, to 4GwQPodcast podcast, episode 43 for May 21st, 2015. And someone's phone just went off. Is that you, Assassin?
No, it's not.
That was me. I'm
it was
sorry,
Chef. It
guys.
was
I'm
Chef.
muting.
It's all right.
I'm
It's all
sorry.
right. No problem. All right. And as you may hear, we have the big man yet again, Chef Big Willie, new Twitch partner, professional chef, Xbox VIP, the works. How's it going, Chef?
It's going great, and the best part about my day is being here on the Four Guys with Quarters. You dudes rock. Oh yeah.
That radio voice, though. We got some of our crew. Clowns had an emergency, couldn't make it tonight, but we have the beautiful little turtle boy. Yes, I said beautiful.
Yay.
Just
Hi.
because that sexy long hair he has. And we've got ZPCI Assassin.
What's up?
He's beautiful too.
He is-
Yeah.
he is
He's like a
beautiful.
delicate flower.
Since the last time you saw him, Chef, he got a haircut. I don't know if you probably can't see it, but he shaved. He almost shaved his head, right? You buzzed it down almost to.
Yep.
So.
Congratulations.
Gone are those locks. Gone are those beautiful locks. All right, this week we are going to talk about some Mortal Kombat, obviously, just a little bit. We're going to talk about Chef's newest Twitch partnership that he's only had for not even a month now, Chef, right?
Yeah. It's about a month now. I've been with Twitch, and basically what happened is we worked hard for it for about a year, a half year. It was the dream, and to see it all come together, it just happened, and I was so like, all right, I'm going to apply for a partnership. Will Twitch accept? And then they're like, hey, bro, you'd be a great fit. And I was like, yeah! I was like running down my street. Like, it reminded me of like every cool thing that like every success, like that moment of success, like, yeah, all right. And, since then I've decided to basically try to make a professional show daily. And it's one of the most scariest and challenging things I've ever done, but it is so rewarding. And it's just an amazing and incredible thing to be a part of, guys. And when you guys get your partnerships, I'm going to be your first sub. Oh, yeah. Right to the Four Guys with Quarters, because you guys are awesome. Definitely.
Thank you. We can't wait for that, but we're going to have to add a couple more shows in if we want to do that. Apparently you need three. I was just looking at the requirements. You need 3 shows per week, and you need at least 500 viewers or something for a decently long period of time. So we'd have to add a couple more shows during the week, but maybe we'll see.
It's a real challenge. A lot of people think they're just going to like jump into it and be like, hey, and some people do have success like that. Anything's possible. Believe and achieve. I'm the first person to say what one man can do, so can another man or woman in 1 second. But I like to treat it personally like a job. I get up at 3 a.m. We have a meeting. We discuss like, all right, are we going to do a giveaway today? Or what are our demographics? What are we going for? What are we trying to do? Are we trying to look for like Mortal Kombat players today? Are we trying to look for Witcher players today? And you have a meeting. You talk about problems like, all right, this guy came in and trolled us under 6 profiles today. He sent me 7 nasty messages. Ha ha ha. I mean, you really have to work at it. At the same time, you might even change your gameplay. If you have your broadcast snapped open like I do, because I like to interact with the gamers, then you're reading and being blind in one eye. So I'm reading while I'm fighting. Well, if you're broadcasting, a lot of times people want to see the best of the best gameplay. So I'm doing my best to read while fighting a guy that's considered a grandmaster in my room, and he's like double flawlessing me. There's real challenges to it. It's not something that you just jump into, but it's not something that's impossible either. It isn't impossible. It's like you just gotta Just got to put the work in. You know, like with your gentleman's podcast. That's what I love about you guys. Like, I get so excited. Gamers, the 4GwQs here, gentlemen like me, like you, like just out there gaming, and they're doing a podcast. And we got to support these guys. That's what I'm talking about. You know, the belief, the dream, living the dream. We could all,
The dream,
we could do
baby.
it.
The dream.
We could do it. Believe and achieve.
So you say there's a lot more prep work involved? Like, it's not, you know,
It's an 8-hour day for a 6-hour broadcast.
Really?
Oh, sure. You have setup time. I spend time setting up. I like to stretch. I like to warm up. I'm throwing kicks and, you know, doing dances, even maybe prepping my vocal cords for a half hour in the show. In a digital time, in a digital age, we rise up to Twitch. You know, go in there. If you've ever seen the classic movie Radio Days, where the lady has kind of like a squeaky voice, she's like, yeah, but by the time she's done, she's like, hello, this is Blanche Dickinson. You know, she's all professional. It's like that. You're like literally working at it. I mean, that's how I treat mine. And I think that, you know, having success in 6 months, basically doing it daily, and even basically the show's supporting itself now at this point. So we're like, yay, all right, now I just have to work to pay my lights and my house and everything else. But the dream is there, you know, the dream, it's like the first little foothold of the dream is there, you know, and that's the amazing and exciting part about it. Like, all right. And then, whoa, to get love from the viewers worldwide, like just shout out to Jason Grithams from Australia, or just even our home friends here in the States, you know, that are like, bro, I wake up at 4 a.m. West Coast time to chill with you too. It's like, you feel an obligation at a certain point. Like you start feeling like, all right, I got to work harder. And you know what? I think also, guys, the most best thing for me personally is I love that of all the broadcasts I see and everything I do, I keep my broadcast as clean as possible. It's really just about making a place for gamers to come, experience games. You know, if it's Mortal Kombat, maybe the arcade feel. Hey, I was playing Mortal Kombat, which was a mature rated game when I was 14 in an arcade. So I understand if parents are letting their children watch it, that's at their discretion. I ain't their pappies, but I will conduct myself as a gentleman. And that's what I love about my channel. I wake up each morning excited. All right, let's interact with the gamers. You know, it's so good. And the viewers. All right, gentlemen, I know I talk. I go on forever. Hummingbird mode.
We're going to try to actually get Clowns in. I guess he is going to be able to get in. Hold on. Let's do this.
Awesome.
Let's do this on the fly. Let's see how this works out. This is going to be a little mishmashy, but it's going to screw up all the videos, but we'll get him in. Hopefully he picks up.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Clowns, you there?
Yep.
All right. So let's get rid of that. I just have to fix all the videos. Keep talking. Chef was just talking about his new partnership. You got any questions for Chef? Clowns?
Chef, that is awesome, man. Positivity got you there, and it'll take you
sir.
further.
Thank you, my friend. That's what I believe. You know what? I really believe positivity breeds positivity. Like, you be positive and positive things will happen. If you get stuck in negative, it's hard to get out of it, because negative will only let you see negative in life. I mean, I guess that's just my nature, is trying to be positive and encouraging, you know. One of the things I talk about in my broadcast a lot is I was really fortunate enough to coach a special needs softball team in my youth. Now, they came over to our high school and they were like, all right, all you big ugly ogres, will any of you work with the kids next door? And, you know, I was like a lineman at the time, like 300 pounds, you know,
right.
You know, playing pretty good ball. You know, I was a big guy, 6'8", you know. I went over there and I met these amazing kids and young adults, and they, you know, by any practical measure, by society, they would have a hard time by what we would consider like, oh, that's a challenge, you know, an IQ under 80. But they were the most beautiful, kindest people in the world, and they played softball with all their hearts. And I swear that was like the beginning of like, all right, I may not be a father, but I love to be encouraging, you know, like let's encourage people to play sports, play games, play video games, and have fun. And that, again, I think that's some of the things that shapes people's broadcast, is when you have those life experiences. You know, I've done a little bit of singing. I've done a little bit of dancing. I've cooked my whole life, man. Like I like to say, I made candles. I've been the butcher, the baker, and the candlestick maker, literally, literally. And so we try to take our life experiences into our broadcast. And I love people. You know, my dad used to call me Willie Name when I was a kid because I would walk up to people wherever we were at and I'd be like, "Hi, I'm Willie. What's your name?" And that might not be the safest thing to do nowadays, definitely.
Right.
But at the time, I was a social kid, and I guess, my parents were hippies. I guess it just carried in to adulthood, and so Twitch, like looking at the camera, it's like, "Hey, Jason Griffin's from Australia." Yeah. It's amazing. It's amazing.
And then you do that fatality. No, just kidding.
Yeah, exactly. Don't die. Oh,
So
good stuff.
speaking of Mortal Kombat, that's been pretty much your go-to at the moment for your daily fight club, right? That's like,
Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
I think if you were to attribute something to your current success, at least, it would be definitely Mortal Kombat, and it's a game you love, so that's that makes it even better because it's not just a game you play just for success. It's a game you love, and that shows through your stream. So, tell us about that.
I would absolutely say that Mortal Kombat, again, when we're talking about doing Twitch and stuff, we'd had successes with games. We'd had successes with Slender. We'd had successes with Zombie Army Trilogy, even Battlefield. But what we hadn't really had was a way to interact with our viewers. And Mortal Kombat's Fight Club, because I loved it. I've loved Mortal Kombat for 20 years. It was a natural just progression. And yes, absolutely. I got to give so much credit to NetherRealms. Their game being so amazing, working from day one, being a perfect 10, as I often say in my broadcast. I mean, a perfect 10. I ain't kissing Ed Boon's ass. Ed Boon, you can toasty me off a bridge toasty anytime you like. Nice. But I'm saying this, that your game and Mike Boone, your brother's game, and the rest of the people over at NetherRealms is a perfect 10. It's the best fighting game I've experienced in years. Now, while people have, different opinions on that, all their opinions go back to whether Mortal Kombat 9 is better. So it's the same company making an amazing fighting game. Mm-hmm. NetherRealms knows their fighting game, and I'm humbled that I was here to host it, to be like, in a digital time, DNS Protocol will face off against Hadouken. There will only be one of these champions. Give each other a good death. To be there to host that, to have that experience, to flash back to the arcades, to, Jeff, our local pro. Yeah, absolutely. I got so much props for Mortal Kombat. It's definitely been a perfect 10 game. When you're playing it, can give you perfect 10 success. So gamers, remember that with your own streams and stuff. If there's something you're masterful at, which by no means am I masterful at Mortal Kombat, but what I knew how to do was present the game, how to say, "Let us fight," how to bring us together into a room, because that's that arcade feel. And I knew that a lot of gamers like myself miss that. So it's about a lot of times striking while the iron's hot, making that room. And absolutely, I attribute 75% of my current success to NetherRealms. Thank you. Thank you, NetherRealms, or maybe even as much as 50. I mean, as little as, I don't know, half. I don't know. I don't want to take too much. But they've been good. They've been very good to me.
Right.
Definitely.
Yeah. I'll tell you, Mortal Kombat, it just lends itself to Twitch streaming. I really think it does. Like, you can do what Crypto does and host for hours and not play one match and get a ton of viewers and have a ton of success, and people will just want to come by and get that mini esports feel that Twitch allows you to do. And then, you've got the mix between the two. You'll play, and you'll have people coming to your room that are just absolutely incredible because you've gained some popularity and people want to come in and show off on a popular stream, but you don't care about getting your butt kicked, and people want to see that too. And
they've made me good though. They've made me really good. Like when I play with just regular fighters like myself, I'm like reading the commentary while like wrecking them, dude, because the grandmasters have like put my face on the wall so many times. See, what I'll do in my room is I'll go grandmasters and masters level, and I'll fight in with them, and usually I lose. Usually I don't even win a round in there. I'm surprised if I do. But what I'll regularly do often, though, is then I'll do fighters where I'll look at the thing and I'll be like, Chef, you got 98% chance of wrecking this fighter. And some people come in sneaky. They're like grandmasters on new profiles. They're
Right.
like, oh, I've never played this before. Fatality. And I explode in my chair. I'm like, what was that? You know? Oh, wow, man. I just shook my room so hard my Arno Assassin's Creed miniature did a dive off the top rope. Arno, come back!
It sounds like he was trying to do air fatality in somebody.
Nice.
Dude, they're not toys either. They're models. They're models.
Yeah, they're not no, they're not dolls. They're action figures, right?
Action models. Oh,
Yeah. So
good.
So your success has just been growing. I
We
drop
had a
by
good Witcher
every
stream.
morning and just check it out. And you want to talk about The Witcher a little bit? Let's get into The Witcher
Sure.
a little bit. So you started streaming The Witcher.
Yeah, we had about 400 the first day, and the second day about 200. You know, I think that what happened with success in the stream of that is people passed me, so they were like, "Look, bro, why would I watch back in the past?" You know, so it got a little challenging, but yeah, it's all right. Project CD Realms Witcher 3 to me has been the compilation and the summing up of a tale of Yennefer and the following in the Wild Hunt, hence the name The Wild Hunt, that we've been waiting for since, like almost 2004, maybe even, right about that time with the first one. And I was just so excited to play it, and I was nervous. I had a little trepidation because I was like, whoa, is this going to be like so much nudity that Twitch is going to like be upset with that?
Nice.
Not at all. The game has been presented so classily. Even in the very first scene when Yennefer's showing her butt, to me, I wasn't thinking of like anything perverted. It reminded me of like a beautiful Botticelli or like a sculpture by Michelangelo. It was showing that, video games have progressed the way that they don't have to be vulgar. They don't have to, be pornography, but at the same time, they could display the female form in such a way that it was like, whoa, am I in a museum? No, I'm playing The Witcher. It's beautiful.
Exactly. It's not like one of Assassin's favorite scenes in video games, which would be the GTA 5 strip club. Am I right, Assassin?
Nothing wrong.
Yeah, well,
But
We love the club.
speaking of the beauty of the game, and anyone can chime in on this, what do we think of the graphics? Do we have a consensus about the graphics? Are they as good as you expected? Not as good as you expected? Pretty damn good, like the best you've ever seen on the console? Like, where are we at with the graphics?
For me, I would
Well-
say it's more than what I was expecting.
Okay. Yeah, because this is actually a hot debate right now, which is crazy because the game to me looks so damn good, but a lot of people are like, "Oh, well, they showed it off in 2013 and it looked like this, and now it's 2015 and it's obviously downgraded for the consoles and even the PC, and to the point where CD Projekt Red has had to respond to it publicly. They've responded to that publicly, saying, if we'd misled people, we're sorry. They've apologized for it, which is crazy. Why would you apologize for one of the best games of the year, potentially the game of the year? It's crazy.
And you know what? I
Well-
don't think that's going to go away because they did the same thing with Watch Dogs, if you remember that. Like with Ubisoft showing off Watch Dogs, it looked great in the E3 trailers, and then the game came out. Everybody was like, "What's this?"
Oh yeah, how about Killzone on the PS3 in the 2006 E3 or whatever that looked like it could be on these systems, and it obviously never look that good. So, Chef, were you gonna say something?
Oh yeah, I was just I talk so much. Again with The Witcher with CD Projekt Red, maybe I'm just spoiled with my eyes and stuff, but I also think that people might not be streaming it in the most highest res, so other people are watching it going, oh, that's one of the things that I want to talk about. We go to 300 megs here. We put the money into our connection so that we can stream at the maximum standard. So people come into Mortal Kombat and they go, oh, it looks beautiful. Well, to me, The Witcher is eye candy. When I have watched Geralt literally journey on his horse Roche, and we're walking and we're going through a storm, and the storm's blowing through the trees, and I'm watching the deer run on the floor and the fauna, and I can see the birds moving in the trees, and my mind flashes to every single RPG I've played up to that point. And as I'm watching Geralt's beard grow, and then the sunrise, and it be blinding and as majestic as any sunrise I've ever seen, or sunset, in that real-time feel, that game is beautiful. There's no way that game is not a 9.5 in beauty. I do not, maybe even a 10. I have had a little frame rate slowdown, so I can't honestly say a perfect 10, but it's at least a 9.5. And if people say that it's not what they've expected, I think it's because maybe they've become jaded and have become to expect too much. I mean, after all, this is the, Xbox One. This is not the Xbox 15 where we're in our virtual pod. I mean, that's coming,
Right.
sure. But what we're still looking at is the fact that it's still, 1080p, and it's magnificent. Will there be dips in frame rates when people are streaming at lower quality? Absolutely. So I think people have been really hard on it by watching it in streams when they're not seeing the actual quality of the experience. But that's my humble opinion.
Clowns or Assassin, anything to say about that?
Yeah, I want to cover this on 2 points. Okay, like Chef said, we're on the Xbox One, not the Xbox 15. So I agree definitely there. But for me, when I first compared this to what I've seen in the past, I was like, well, could this game have been made on like PS3 or Xbox 360 with the graphics? But then I look at the overall picture, and I'm like, there's no way it could even fit. Because the world is so huge. And like Chef said, is you got the birds in the sky, you got the ground, you got things moving everywhere around you. And that just takes up so much massive memory. And people have to take this into consideration, is that it's a huge world. Bigger than like anything I've seen in many other RPGs out there. You got the HUD, you got all this stuff going on. And you got so many hours worth of quests. That, I mean, like Chef said, I would have to give it a solid 9.5 as well.
Definitely agree. Assassin, you got something to say about this? Or?
Supposedly I read somewhere that it could be wrong, but said that they were planning on updating the graphics.
I saw that on Twitter. I saw that
you're
there's
right.
going to be a frame rate patch or something like that coming soon. So that doesn't surprise me. Again, graphically, I don't think I've seen anything as astonishing as Mortal Kombat. But what was just so well stated is that, when you look at the entire overall package, you have so much going on, but not just have you seen like how the flora and fauna interact with themselves? I was sitting on my horse and I watched a pack of wolves chase a pack of deers through the trees, and it was fantastic. It was amazing. It was a world living and vibrant, interacting, fluid. And I mean, maybe I don't expect as much because I get back to those boop, 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 Pong days where we just had paddles. But I mean, nowadays, like my brain's like, blah, like it explodes, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Like visuality. Sure, we're always going to see things continuously push the envelope with the Congo Cave TVs or Congo Cave TVs they're doing where they're curved now. I've seen some really amazing images in that, and actually seen almost like a mind trick where your eyes are seeing things almost in like 3D. So what's coming? Always you'll see innovation, you'll see new stuff, but absolutely, I think The Witcher's a solid experience. A lot of times I tell people, you get what you pay for. The Witcher's an RPG. It's a single-player RPG. There are expansions planned that are going to add at least 30 hours to the story, but at the end of the day, you're playing a role-playing game where you're Geralt of Rivia summing up a quest. This is not a first-person shooter. This is not a fighting game like Mortal Kombat. This is an RPG. So it's up to the people to know what they're getting into, and then rather be like, well, I thought it was going to be Call of Duty and have cooperative play. Where's my Gandalf? Come forth, and there's like, there's nobody, So, I mean, I'm really interested to see Elder Scrolls Online in the next 2 weeks and see how Elder Scrolls and The Witcher compare to each other. You know what I mean? Like, what is going to happen with that? That is the big question that's on my mind right now.
Well, we've got a couple people on this panel actually that have played the Elder Scrolls. What was that, beta? Or it was beta, right?
Yeah, it was
Assassin
beta.
and Clowns played it. So how would you guys compare it? I think you can answer Chef's question here.
Yeah.
How would you guys
What
compare?
have you played Skyrim?
Yeah, definitely. I love
It
Skyrim.
seemed like they took some like elements from there, but it just seemed like maybe like the land seemed a little like Skyrim's visuals seemed a little bit better. Like
Right.
Elder Scrolls Online
Well,
looked, a lot brighter and stuff, but the landscape
as
better.
an avid Skyrim player who played it for like 2 years straight, and did everything over and over and over, and even did the PC mods and made some of my own mods for that game, I would
That's
have
awesome,
to
bro.
Yep, I would have to disagree with Assassin.
Wait, you think Skyrim looks better? What's
Yes, absolutely. I think
That's what
Skyrim
that's what Assassin's just
What I
said.
just said.
is way better. Not just a little bit better.
Okay.
Way better. Like if you took Skyrim and gave that a 10, and then you play this, you'd probably give it like a 4 or a 5.
Wow.
It's very dull compared to Skyrim. The quest idea is almost identical. The quest idea, but the graphics can't compare. The gameplay can't compare. It's like you take Skyrim and throw it in a free to play like Neverwinter.
My question is this, because I love to interact with my viewers, especially like with Mortal Kombat. Will I be able to play? It's an MMO, right? Will I be able to roll out with like 100 people? Because I can understand toned down graphics if we're connecting people from like New Zealand, Brazil, China, and we're rolling out like 100-man posse, because that would be amazing. So that's what I'm really looking forward to with it. With MMOs, traditionally they're never as crisp as a single player game's gonna be, like Skyrim for instance, but with when you, because you're putting so many people in, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I want to
Yep,
know is
yep,
how is
yeah.
the connectivity between the people in that's what I'm really excited about. That's
And
the one.
sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Chef. Go ahead.
No, you're fine, bro. You're absolutely 100% fine, my man.
In the betas that I played on the PC, because they've accepted me into all their betas. So the PC beta, I didn't really interact with anybody else, and I didn't carry on after the beta. With the
Okay.
Xbox One, I didn't really interact with anybody. I played it a little bit. Assassin, I don't know if he tried to get people to go with him. He might have rolled separately with some people.
Well, is that option even there? That's my question.
Yep.
Like, do you see
Yep.
people from around the world in your world and stuff? Because I want to be like, chef to backup, and see like
Yeah.
50 people come over the hill to back me up. That's what I'm looking for.
Kind of
My
like
fortress is assaulted by giants. Chef need food badly. Like that's what I'm looking for. Chef's looking
Yep.
for that.
yeah, you definitely can roll with some people like that in there.
That sounds amazing. That's I'm super excited for that.
So the multiplayer capabilities, absolutely.
It has single player too? I didn't even know it
No.
had single player. I thought it was. Oh, okay. So it's just okay. All right.
So would you guys rather play The Witcher or would you rather play Elder Scrolls Online? Like, is Elder Scrolls Online's delay being released so close to The Witcher going to like kill its sales essentially for you guys? What do you think?
Well,
No.
I barely played Witcher 3. Like I started up maybe a half hour before the podcast for the first time. So, I mean, I can't really make the comparison, but I think The Witcher will be a little bit better.
Right.
It's a magnificent experience. I mean, I love The Witcher. Like the first one, the very first time I played The Witcher, I'm like, and this is the original Witcher on PC. I'm like, Christopher Lambert doing voice acting, like let us see here. Like, what do we got? And then within a half hour, I was just hooked. I was like, oh, but I mean, like you say, it's daunting. There's so much to The Witcher. Like dude, shout out to my boy Yoda, man. I couldn't make it with the guidebook he sent me is as thick as my telephone book. Thank you, Yoda. Yoda, you use the Force. I love you, bro. But we're also seeing gamers who are like new gamers picking it up, no problem. They're telling me, Chef, get out of the well. You just swim under here. You climb up, you jump, no problem. So
Yep.
there's a lot of. It's not like it's that daunting that you couldn't pick it up or play it. And
Yeah.
I don't think you have to play either of the Witchers to experience 3.
Well-
I think 3 could stand alone fine.
3 can definitely
sorry.
stand alone fine, but as far as just picking it up and going, I thought I was going to be able to do that because I had the Skyrim going for me, I had the Dragon Age going for me. I was really good at all those. Again, The Witcher, and I'm like level 2, doing level 6 quests. And I'm like, how did I end up here?
Bro,
I didn't,
I'm level
I didn't-
3 and I fought a level 14 dragon the other day and had to reload my quest.
Yeah.
Dude, I ran up on that thing and I'm like, what to touch? Like stabbing it with my sword, shooting it with fireballs. Dude, all of a sudden I see my horse like flying away in its claws, like being wrecked basically. And I'm like, Roach, no! And then I'm dead, dude. It just literally hit me. My broadcast went from 280 people to 160 after that. They're like, Jeff, probably time to reload, huh? Like, son of a... Yeah, bro, I'm with you on that. I hear you. It's easy to be like, definitely do those side quest, gamers. Definitely get to those bulletin boards.
Good advice.
Check those question marks out and just explore that land, because the main quest that you're going to get on, I realize that, like with the first and second Witchers, something you should do after you've basically cleared the area, and then you go do the main quest, because I did the same thing, bro. I'm like, why is this griffin eating me right now, dude? It's like punching me. Dude, I fought a level 6 bear when I was level 1. Dude, it was a bad idea. People were
Terrible
like,
idea.
run, Chef, run.
Yeah, yesterday morning I was playing and I found, like, I was just wandering out in the woods on my own, and I found this like little, almost like a shrine thing that gives you like a power up.
Sure.
And I was like, all right, I'll get it. I'll just do this. And I took the power up, and then I heard like this growling coming from behind me. I turn around. I guess it's the same level 6 bear. I was like level 3. I turn around. I was like, oh no! It just ran off. I was like, Roach.
Evil Smokey the Bear. That's what they said. They're like, Chef, you killed Smokey the Bear. I started laughing.
Oh god. So yeah,
definitely do the side quest. That'll help you a lot with the main quest.
Oh yeah. Although the first couple side quests, I was like, this is all the XP I'm getting for this. But even though you didn't get that much XP, I don't think, like, it did prepare you a lot better with the combat and everything. So like, if you weren't used to the controls at first, doing the side quests will ease you into the controls a lot, and you'll feel like a pro in no time. Even though the controls can be a little daunting at first.
Yeah, especially with whenever it comes to like making potions and stuff. Like, some of the side quests will help prepare you for that, to help you make the right potions for the right battles.
You know what? People told me I missed a serious potion because I didn't do a certain side quest. They're like, bro, you need that potion for later in the game. Now, whether it's not integral, you could complete the game without it. It's going to make your experience a lot easier, is what I was told. So I was like, oh.
Yep.
Damn it. That means I gotta look more than I usually do. Like, with these games, I usually like scour every single inch of the ground, like looking for this kind of stuff. But
Witcher vision. Use the Witcher vision.
that's true too. Yeah, that Witcher vision.
Especially underwater.
Oh, definitely underwater. Yeah. Speaking about oh, go ahead. No, go ahead. Sure.
I was just going to say, it reminds me of Halo. Anytime I'm not Halo, Fable. Anytime I found like a pond or a lake that's kind of standalone, I've jumped in, swam to the center, and there's usually been a really nice goodie there. So definitely check those rivers.
Nice.
And lakes. Oh, yeah.
The
and ponds.
The swimming in this is annoying to me. I think if there's one thing I can complain about the game, and literally only one thing, it would be the swimming. I don't know if I'm just not doing it right, but diving to me is just, I feel like I'm diving and it's not working, or I don't know. Has anybody else experienced that, or am I just...
Well, see, I have one issue with swimming, and that is not the diving or going to the surface or anything, but just like general direction, like controlling the character. Like, I'll be trying to get to this chest like on the bottom of the seabed, and like I'll just like try diving down, like he'll like turn around and like start swimming up, or
Exactly.
like backwards or whatever. And
Exactly.
I'm like, no, go down.
Right. That's exactly what I mean. That's exactly what I mean.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed. There's I think that what happens with that is that it might be a little, because the game's usually for PC, so it might be like a little overcomplicated. It would be nice if you could just simply use the camera to spin around and use the directional stick to go down, up, without having to use the button interaction, which I personally have found that the surface button has been kind of slow. Like I'm like trying to surface and my guy's like, you want me to tiptoe through the tulips? And I'm like, it's there, you're gonna die, clown. I'm on my broadcast and I'm like, wow, it's a real cliffhanger, gamers. We're coming right down. Geralt really likes to hold his breath. Yeah, definitely. I think that's one gameplay mechanic, again, that takes it from that overall 10 experience to about a 9.5. That could have been a little bit sharper. Definitely.
But luckily, I'm finding that swimming is mostly not necessary for what I played in the game. Maybe one or two quests had it where you had to swim, but that was it.
Right, yeah, it's not a huge deal. Yeah, I agree. Tizwan in the chat says he's loving Witcher 3, and he agrees the swimming can be very tedious, yeah. I want the swimming to be better. Like, I like the GTA swimming. Like, why can't they bring the GTA swimming to The Witcher? He says the controls can be a little stiff at times, trying to go one direction then going the other. Yeah, exactly what Turtle was just saying, Tizwan. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's the only thing I can really dock on the game so far, and I've put, probably like 4 hours into it, maybe a little more. I gotta admit, I got it for PlayStation 4.
Yeah, I'm about, I want to say 6 or 7 hours in it.
Yeah, so, I mean, what level are you, Turtle, for that long?
Almost level 5. Or I might be level 5, I'm not sure.
Yeah, so, I mean, the leveling isn't too easy. So, I mean, don't get frustrated if you're not leveling quickly, but it is rewarding, at least, because of that. So, I mean, just do those side quests, man. Do those quests. Prepare.
It also has a lot to do where leveling up is not so much what makes you powerful in that game. It's about finding the items and plans, the diagrams, and crafting those upgraded weapons. You'll see like a superb Witcher silver sword, or a higher grade silver sword, and that's going to give you a significant increase in your offensive capabilities. The same thing with armor. Finding those upgraded armor plans, upgrading your armor, putting mutagens on your character, using the runes in your weapons, that's going to give you that greater offensive prowess. And Witcher games are common where you're not very high level, but you're dealing with higher level things. So
Exactly.
that's again why I think Yoda sent me the guidebook. My guy Yoda, he's been our intelligence officer for 1st Underground Combat Nation for over 5 years. And what he likes to do is find all sorts of stuff out about, say, back when we were doing competitive esports, he would study our competition. I mean, that's the kind of stuff you do. We would also find out about when games were releasing, and the dude just became known as Yoda because of and now his gamer tag, is like Master Yoda. But he, of course, it's got to be like Master Yoda 0155, Master Yoda 024. Yeah. There's the original Master Yoda's like George Lucas. He's like, "What's up?" But my guy, I mean, he knew that I was going to have a problem, so he sent me that book, and it was like Yoda-esque. He's like, "You should go check your P.O. box, should you not?" I'm like, "Yes, I will go. I will go now," and there it was, dude. Like literally right when I was stuck. So, I mean, and also the funny thing is my buddy, I showed it online and he's like, "Dude, you could have just looked at that on YouTube." So gamers, if you get stuck in there, go to YouTube. That's what I do with almost every RPG. So.
Don't get too frustrated that you don't complete it, because this is a great game. Like, if you get further into it, it just gets better as you get further in. And I think Clowns will agree with that, because at first Clowns wasn't really liking the story, but as you get further in, I mean, the story really gets you, and if you just get stuck at the beginning because it's a difficult game, you're just gonna give up on something that's really, really good.
Save often, gamers. Multiple saves. Have at least like 5 different saves, so that you can jump back if you need to, like 2 chapters. Save often.
because you never know if you follow that story quest what level it's going to end up being. Sometimes you're just following along and, hey, I'm level 5. Oh, 14 level boss? Oh boy.
It's the Balrog from The Lord of Rings. Oh, he says he's going to kick my ass. You know, and you're like level 2. You're like, okay. Because that's the thing we were talking about with the Witcher story gamers, is that it definitely do those side quests, because when you're doing the story, you're going to be progressing forward. So be ready. Like, that's when you bring out your big guns, you know, get that RPG ready.
Tizwan in the chat says, another good point you make in the chat, Tizwan, always check out the level required missions. So, you know, as we've been talking about, don't go take out that level 14 if you're a level, what was it?
Yep.
Were you a level 1 chef or level 3? What did you say?
Three.
Level 3.
Tizwan was in there. He's one of my moderators. He watched the thing grab my face yesterday, dude. Shout out to Tizzy! Oh, man.
You said that, you know, Master Yoda sent you that book, and kind of going back just generally, not even The Witcher, but going back to, you know, being partnered and growing popularity and everything. Do you see yourself getting, like, I don't know, fan mail or, like, more things from your viewers or more donations as you've been partnered, excluding the sub button? Like, what are you seeing with that?
We've had great growth as with our subs, and that's been one of the most humbling things. Like, I've been like, all right, you know, a lot of Twitch partners have told me, like, look, I've been broadcasting for a year and I don't even have as many subs as you do. And I'm like, whoa, you know, like, I got to work harder. You know, I got to give these guys a better show and live up to the fiduciary responsibility. And you know, we often say, it's like, all right, you know, it's basically like a fast food meal a month to sub to our show. Well, I want to give those people for that month, you know, 6 hours of me a day for that. So, and besides that, as Italian Clowns and several other, Assassin can say, several people win often in our broadcast. We'll do giveaways, not just for our subs, but for our followers. So I don't try to make money off my people in my broadcast, but I do. It's nice to be able for the broadcast to be supporting itself, and I love to see it grow to where I could do it full time and have that extra hour of sleep, so I could maybe broadcast twice a day instead of having to go and make donuts, because Daddy's got to make a lot of donuts. But when you get that donation too. You know, when you get the donation, one donator, the most I've ever had donated to me was $150.
Whoa!
And the donator asked for it to be kept private, and he said, "Hey, would you keep this private?" He goes, "I just want you to know that my daughter and my son are both sick." He goes, "My daughter's battling cancer." He goes, "My son's, you know, autistic. He's been, you know, just not doing right. He's got problems with his stomach and stuff." And he goes, "Our family watches you like every morning." And I was like so devastated.
Awesome,
and I was like, bro, don't you donate no money to me. You give that to your family. And he's like, look, he goes, I'm a millionaire. I've made a lot of money. I'm sitting here with my family and I just want to do something for you. And he goes, I love that every morning you're there live with your moderators, making a place for gamers to come back. He goes, sing Pinball Wizard more. That was the thing he said to me the other day. So I think he's a pinball player. So
hey, for 150
Pinball Wizard, what you gonna do?
I was just gonna say, for $150, you better be singing Pinball Wizard every hour,
dance.
bro.
Chef's gonna dance. I will start dancing. We will dance.
That's
but yeah,
awesome.
no, it's and whether it's that or it's like a gamer donated 50 cents to us the other day, and it wasn't, you know, somebody's like, oh, he's being rude to you, and the dude's like, no, man, I gave my mom my tooth fairy money, and I was so humbled, you know. I'm like, kid, don't do that. Like, you know, save that for your college, you know.
Right.
It's the love that's reciprocated back by the gamers that literally I'll be up at 4 a.m. tomorrow. You know, we'll finish up tonight. We'll practice for a little bit more on Mortal Kombat. I'll make a little dinner and I'll go to bed early and get up at 4 a.m. so that I can give the gamers a good show. You know, that's what I live for.
Yeah.
I hope to see you guys there too. Definitely stop by for some shouts out. Oh yeah.
We will.
And that's something I just wanted to go back to as well, Chef, is what you just basically said from that, you know, anonymous thing that you had going on. And that's where that positivity comes in, because a streamer like you really deserves this opportunity because you give something back to the community, and you're probably giving those children something that is important in their life because they're looking up to you, they're watching you, and you're just a positive dude. And that's what it's all about, man.
Thanks,
That positivity.
bud. I think positivity does make positivity happen. You know, everybody I've known in my life that's been like, dude, you can do it, from football coaches to senseis. We've gone out and done it, you know, and that's what we want to, believe and achieve and pass on, is that, never give up, never surrender, no retreat. Anything's possible. What one man can do, another man can do. What one woman can do, another person can do. And I'm really on a quest to just tell the gamers to stay in school and let's whoop cancer's ass, dude, because I really think we're going to be able to do like a Mortal Kombat on cancer. And, you know what, these young gamers, if I can be that inspiring voice to be like, look, bro, get a good education, I'll do that, because I believe that. I think that these kids are the future, that the gaming is showing. One of the things I always talk about in my broadcast, and I believe that it is true, is that as gamers, the bridging of the gap of all the problems will probably be solved by people like us who can overcome stuff in our minds. First off, whether it's a man or a woman, whether they're gay, straight, Muslim or Christian, black or white, you're united in a quest in your mind to overcome a goal. Before you know it, you're working with a squad of people around the world to believe and achieve. And that is like seeing that harmony, seeing people united from Germany, Brazil, the United States, the United Kingdom, the International Space Station saying they're watching in, and all the thoughts of that coming out that, maybe going to the stars one day, people will be in their pods playing games, gamers to the stars, that's what I see in it. Mm-hmm. That's where I think it'll go. And they'll probably be, I'll come out, I'll be like 90 years old, like, it's me, Chef Big Willie, Twitch partner. All you guys watching me on your Oculus 50s, hello. And just keel over, But I mean, that's the dream, is that the gamers will just know that, as gamers, we're unlimited. We're digital people that move at the speed of light. I love it. That's and that you're not limited to anything on there. Whether you're Superman one day, a pirate of the high seas the next day, Kotal Khan in Mortal Kombat the next day, or Geralt of Rivia the next day. That's the gaming that is allowing you to expand your mind, expand your horizons. All right, guys. Well, I'm about done. I'm out of breath with my podcast.
Don't you worry. We're gonna give you a little break of all that talking. But Tiz1 says, no doubt, Chef, honorable and noble guy, respects everyone. Much love to Chef. Yeah, we feel the same way, man. We feel the same way.
Definitely, man. I think that's the greatest thing about it. You'll see negativity in it, but you see so much positivity overcome the negativity. Somebody will come in my chat and they'll post a racist remark or something, or a hateful remark, and everybody, they don't even get mad at them anymore. Our moderators, they're just like, the moderators are going to send you out of here, and right. It's like, it's just so good. And seeing that there's a strength, like a demographic, I'm there. Gamers United. Let's roll.
Unite.
Yeah, to the stars. We're going to Alpha Centauri. Yeah. Hopefully not in an alien like capsule.
Yeah, right.
I don't want to be. Don't pod me, bro.
All right, let's give Chef a break here. Let's get to the next topic real quick because we're running out of time a little bit. Sasson, you get a lot to say about this, I'm sure, and I've got a few thoughts as well. Destiny Expansion 2 came out this week. The other big item of the week, Witcher really took the show, but Destiny Expansion 2 is a really big deal, and the House of Wolves is now out. We talked about it last week a little bit on the show, gave a little preview, if you will, and it's now out for Xbox One and 360, and Assassin's been playing the ever-living hell out of it. So, Assassin, just tell us, what you like, maybe what you don't like real quick.
If Bungie's listening, I just gotta say I hate you, because once the DLC came out, I have been barely sleeping because of it. I've probably in the total of the last 72 hours probably got a total of 8 hours of sleep.
I called it on this show. I knew it was going to be great. And I don't even like Destiny. I knew it was going to be great.
Nope.
Tell us what. Okay, so there's 6 big things, right? In this, there's a new strike, there's new items, there's new story missions, there's new PvE and PvP multiplayer modes, and there's new Crucible maps. tell us like what is the best thing of this DLC pack? Like what would make someone or should make someone buy the House of Wolves pack? Like what feature of it?
I know we're all like fans of the gunplay and whatever, so it would have to be Prison of Elders, which doesn't make sense about all these guys. They're in prison and they just handed them guns. Like here,
Is
go
that
kill
really what the
things.
story is about it?
No, but I'm just saying it's called Prison of Elders, so they're like in prison and they're like, oh, here, I'll have a rocket launcher. Here, give that guy a rocket. Or
Right.
give that guy a shotgun. Like, what kind of prison are they running here?
But it's procedurally generated, so it's not always the same experience. It's not as repetitive as, Destiny's been being knocked for. So that's cool. Like that was one of the things I was definitely looking forward to with it is that co-op.
The level 28 is random. The level 32, 34, and 35 is not.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they wanted you to kill a specific boss. Like last night, I think we spent like 5 hours doing the level 35, and
Wow.
they made us do 4 rounds, 3 waves of each. In each round, then there was a boss, and then the last boss, which was just a pain. He had a rocket launcher that did fire damage, and all his buddies did fire damage with the solar modifier on, so they did so much more damage, and we got our ass kicked, basically.
Was it? But isn't that like procedurally generated? Like it's not always 4 waves of 4 rounds of 3 waves and the same boss, right? Isn't it?
Well, the Prison of Elder, the third, especially 35, it's actually called you have to kill so and so. So it's gonna make you kill the same boss. It's gonna make it's the whole thing's gonna be the same. Same modifiers, same people. I haven't tested out the same thing twice because technically 32 through 35 is a weekly type thing.
Oh, okay.
So you only get the rewards once a week.
Oh, so what the hell's the point of playing it again?
Well, 28 gives you the same things as many times as you want to.
Oh,
But
okay.
every time you finish it, there's 3 chests. 2 gives you just some random items that nothing costs you to open it, and then there's random keys around which I think the first time you open it gives you an exotic right away.
Right. Gotcha. Yeah, dude, I thought that mode was gonna be the best, but is that mode the best? Like, is that?
Yeah, I'm not a big PvP person. I'm a big PvE. So.
Right. How is the? Did you try the Trials of Osiris, the new 3-on-3 mode?
No.
You didn't try that?
No, like I said, I'm not a big PvP. And I've been mostly either farming for keys, which is the best way to get special ammo synthesis and spin metal, and what is it? Engrams.
Engrams, yeah. Jeez. It's $20 though. Is it worth $20?
Yes and no. I mean, I would say 15, but I don't know.
Right. Chef, have you played any Destiny at all? Destiny?
A little bit. I got to like level 20, but I never really did the grind like back, I ended it back in September. So you guys that have caught it to like level 35, my friend Alex Noon, Eric's G, he's got a character that looks like something out of like Star Wars, dude. I'm like, is that the Emperor?
Right.
I mean, Lord Vader. So I totally respect it. I just didn't have the time, guys.
Yeah.
I was so into Battlefield 4 when it came out, spending 12 hours a day hunting jets and some of the best pilots in that I just couldn't make the time for it. But yeah, I wish I had though, because I thought it really beautiful. Like I thought it was one of those games that visually was really pretty,
Gorgeous. Gorgeous.
Yeah, yeah, and I liked the MMO style where you're like back at the tower, like dancing. I wish they'd have done maybe a little bit more there, maybe like a game to play or something, like something to do with that ball, like maybe like a thing of blitzball style or so. I don't know. But what I do see with Destiny is tons of potential, and when Destiny 2 comes out, however they do it, I will buy it. So, and I hope to play it a lot more than I did with just the first Destiny.
Oh, yeah,
I'm just
dude.
so busy. It's
Yeah.
just so hard. I
No.
can't play everything I want to play. I need to clone myself. Clones.
Nice. Yeah, no, you're right about Destiny. It requires a huge commitment, and if it's not interesting enough for you to put that commitment in, then it's going to be lost on you because it absolutely requires it. It's not like something you can just pick up every once in a while. You need to.
By
really
no
get
means
going.
a bad game or anything, though. I enjoyed the multiplayer when I was in the multiplayer with my friends. I enjoyed the quest mode. I enjoyed playing with each other, like going through the levels and stuff, like like working together to take out the bosses and all that. I thought it was great. Again, it just got to a point where people were like, all right, bro, you need to get like 30 of these, and you're going to go here for like 4 hours, and then you're going to go over here and talk to this guy, and there's a chance that he might have what you need. Also, when we beat this guy, there's a good chance you're not going to get what we need. And then there were times when, like, I got like a purple weapon, and somebody else is like, dude, oh man, you showed up for 10 minutes and you got like a purple weapon and stuff. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I didn't know, like, I don't know. It was not a bad game by any means, just one I didn't spend enough time with to really like, know what all you all know it, I don't really, I still own it though. And I own all the DLC for it. I mean, maybe one day I'll get into it, like it's.
Yeah.
I'm sticking with my original guns on this, and I got the House of Wolves. The story lacks for me. If there's no story, I can't play it. And that's one thing Destiny misses, is that it doesn't have like a real good story as you play through the game. You have to look up the cards online. And I'm a gamer. I'm not going to look up the cards online. I want to see it on my TV screen and out my speakers.
Assassin, you got something to say about that? I know you're waiting.
This story of House of Wolves, I mean, it's not interesting, but I mean, it actually, literally the whole story is, the fallen are revolting against the Woken or whatever, and they're attacking multiple areas. Literally, that's the story. The end. You kill them, boom, done.
So with Destiny, when it came out, the story, you couldn't even follow it because you need to read the cards, but it was interesting. Now it's interesting. Or no, sorry. Yeah, you couldn't follow it, but it was interesting. But now it's not interesting, and you can follow it.
Yeah, I guess a little bit.
See, Destiny's it's all about the grind for some people, and you get addicted to that grind like Assassin is, and he's having fun grinding. And that's really what Destiny is. It's a grind game. It's not really a story game. It's not really.
Which sucks.
Even all the enemies look the same. Every Fallen looks identical. Every Hobgoblin or whatever they call those machines, they all look the same. I just need some changes there. If they can do that and make a little bit more of a story, it could be a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
They just have to put that effort in.
I think that I agree with you 100% on that. I think that the day that the game actually lost me was when I was on Venus, and I was all excited to have gotten to Venus, and I was there, and the awesome little voiced dude that cruises with you, the guy that like totally reminded me of the dude from Halo.
Yep.
But the guy's nice. He's like, these ruins predate humans by 5 billion years. And it's like you walk by it like it's a street sign.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing else to that. And that, at that moment, I'm sitting there looking at it, like letting my imagination run with all the complexities of that. A thing on Venus, dealing with the pressures and all that, and like dealing with the heat, dealing with being so close to the sun, how powerful the civilization might have been. And no disrespect to Bungie or Activision at all, but I think for what they envisioned for the style and scope, and then wasn't the head writer fired? Didn't they fire the head writer or something like that? I think that the head writer was fired like 6 months before it was launched or something like that. So maybe they had to change.
No, you're definitely right. Yeah, they had to rewrite a lot of the story. You're definitely right.
Right.
About that. Yeah.
So like stuff I'd seen at E3 wasn't there at launch. I mean, literally there was some strange stuff that happened. So again, no disrespect to Bungie, no disrespect to Activision. The game is beautiful. You know what? I feel like I got my $60 out of it because I played it, even though I didn't grind it, nothing like Assassin's done. I got at least a good 60 hours out of the game, get into level 20. And I enjoyed the cooperative play with my friends and stuff. And I enjoyed my time in the tower dancing and stuff. It's like with Titanfall 2. I think Titanfall 2 could be one of the best games ever made. I think Destiny 2 could be one of the best games ever made. Will the developers take those steps and listen to the community? We'll see. I'll be there. I'll pay. I'll pay to play. We'll see. I guess that's what it's going to come down to is like what they define in their actions. It's just like people asking me if I'm going to buy the Deluxe Master Chief Box. Well, no, I'm going to buy maybe a Deluxe Xbox for the next Halo 5, but it seems like buying a Deluxe Master Chief Box would be going backwards. I'm ready for new stuff, and if they're going to show us the new stuff, and let's play it.
Assassin, you got something to say real quick? Go ahead.
Well, don't forget about the famous line in Venus where the lady was like, I don't have time to explain why I don't have time to explain.
Right.
It's like, what is the point? Yep. You go through all, dude, bro. That was excellently said, sir.
I can't talk about Destiny anymore. I'm sorry, Assassin. I gave it a shot. Do you have anything else to say about it?
One more thing.
Okay.
Bungie, if you're listening, if you could please put a Galahorn in my inventory, please.
Wow. Desperation right there.
Yep, I've been grinding for like a long time for one of those.
All right, we're done with that. Desperation right there. But we gave it our due time. Pendant Fungus in the chat says, that's why I love Destiny. Grind is awesome. Yeah, some people love to grind and some people just don't.
Sure.
But put the grind with a great story, and I'm all for it. But I'm sorry, I can only do patrol missions on Earth maybe like 3 or 4 times, and I'm friggin' done with it, man. You know what I mean?
I'm right there with you on that. Like, I need new IP, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
give me something new. All right, well, let's get through these last quick things here, and then we'll be on our way. Chef just talked about that special edition Halo Master Chief bundle. It's coming to the U.S. $349, and it's got that Cirrus white, beautiful Xbox One console that Chef is not getting because he says it's going backwards.
Well, I just know that it's going backwards. I just want the Halo 5 Deluxe one. I'm like, why did they have that at the launch of the system?
Yes.
That's all. I want the Halo 5 Deluxe now. I'm waiting for that. I got my Halo 5 action figures. Bungie, 343, I love you. Don't beat me. I'm sorry. But I do want the new one. I'm not buying the Master Chief Collection. I want the new one. I want Halo 5.
Yeah, give me a Halo 5 box that's special edition in some way, and I may go for it and get rid of my console right now. Just because it's going to be epic. I mean, whatever they do, I think it's going to be epic. I think they need to make that special edition, like you said. I mean, did you see that Witcher 3 special edition one? I saw that at PAX, that Witcher 3 box, and I was like, I got to have that. Like, I entered the contest immediately, and I was drooling over that thing.
They're giving away some on Twitter.
They're still giving away some, so...
I'm so jealous of the guy who's ahead. When we were at E3, he got last year. He got a Geralt of Rivia standee that's like, like 35 inches tall, dude. Like full detail. It's like a $300 doll, and they're like, "Here, have it. I want one. Where's mine?"
CD Projekt Red, if you're listening, please send Chef.
No, I'm good. Oh man, no, I'm good. No. So I was just like, I was like, I got a keychain, and he's like, look at this Geralt doll. I'm like, yes, that's a doll. You shouldn't have a doll. I'll take that action model home for you.
Okay.
Big score.
Moving on here, we got just a couple of things left. Other news this week, I guess Phil Spencer has said that Windows 10 and Xbox One integration is not going to happen until the fall at the earliest. Not really much to say about that, but I wanted to kind of just announce that and make that known to people on the show, because if you're in preview, like, definitely test this so they make it awesome, because Clowns was just telling me that people who are testing this are saying that It's really amazing, especially the streaming to the PC, right, Clowns? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I watched some of Xbox's streams of that with like who was it, IGN and GameSpot, and they actually showed some of that stuff. And I mean, all their stuff was hardwired there, of course, not wirelessly, but there was like no lag between the two. Like from what they were saying on the screens, everything was identical. You just plug in the Xbox One controller to your Windows 10 PC, and you just click on Start Streaming. You just play it from your Windows 10 PC, and I mean that's fantastic because for people that want to capture directly on the PC and then stream to Twitch, that's going to be amazing. That's what I'm thinking.
Sure.
So yeah, that's what he says. I mean, there's not really a lot to say about it. I just wanted to mention it real quick and then move on. But Turtle or Assassin or anybody have anything last to say about this before we move on?
Yeah, I've been talking with. Oh, sorry. My bad.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Chef. Go ahead.
I've been talking with several people that have been beta testing it because of the VIP position on the people to watch. A lot of them have been contacting me from places like China, and it's been amazing. They're like, "Hi, my friend, I'm testing Windows 10 and I'm watching you from China." And I'm like, "Shout out to China!" Like anything that can connect us, let's connect, man. I'm for it. Like let's get the world gaming and hanging out and playing games and having fun. It just seems like a great thing. That's my 2 cents.
Chef, I just wanted to throw on top of that. Did you say that with the Windows 10, it shows on their, I guess, Windows 10 Xbox dashboard that you're streaming?
I'm not sure about streaming, but it definitely they were able to see my profile. They were definitely able to see my profile.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah, the feature is going to be amazing. It's just a matter of when we can get it, and hopefully early fall is realistic. Hopefully, September would be amazing. So, Phil, get it done, Phil. Turtle,
You can do it, Phil. We believe in you.
We believe in you, Xbox boss. Turtle,
Go for it.
What were we going to say, Turtle, real quick?
I was just going to say about the streaming the Xbox One to the PC with Windows 10. I think that could also open up more possibilities for new streamers on Twitch because, OBS support is going to be on Windows 10. That's pretty much, that's going to happen.
Yeah.
So without having to buy a
capture card,
Elgato, like a capture card, without having to buy one of those, spend all the money, people could just get that free download of OBS and set up their stream with screen capture.
Right, exactly.
I think you'll also see a lot more games too because of Steam. There'll be Steam playing games that you won't otherwise be able to stream on consoles. Like if you're a console streamer like me, you'll have to be like, well, do you adapt? Because there'll be a lot of people streaming games like Rust and different games that H1N1 and all that kind of stuff that aren't presently available on the console.
Right, exactly. All right. Gotta move on. We got just 2 more things really quick. Couple new releases this week. Actually, like 5 in total. We're not gonna go over all of them because we don't have time. We're gonna go over the worst and the best, I think, for other releases other than the ones we've talked about. So, the worst being Toro, the best being Mega Coin Squad. Other releases this week: Nero, Farming Simulator 15, which is weirdly priced at $50, even though it's $30 on PC, and Life is Strange Episode 3, which is good, but I think Mega Coin Squad, does something different. So I'm gonna crown that the best this week. But Toro is definitely the worst. Toro, $15.99 if you're gold right now. It's normally $20, and it came out last Friday, actually in the middle of our show last week. And I don't know if you've seen this, Chef, but this game is not great. It doesn't look good, and all it is bullfighting. Have you seen it, Chef? Oh, he's not there. He's left us.
Oh, I haven't even heard of it, bud. I'm here. Sorry. Yeah. I'm with you guys.
Yeah, dude, it's just bullfighting. It's bullfighting. That's it.
Somebody told I mean I have heard about it, but it wasn't something I considered because, like, no disrespect to the people in Spain or the people in Mexico that bullfighting, but I'm just not a fan of it. I think it's a cruel thing to animals, and I mean, like, personally, I I'm not into it, like
Right.
killing a bull or placing electrodes on his testicles, and like whether it's whether it's a cultural thing though. Hey, I understand that. That's their culture. Like when I was, in the Philippines and in parts of Asia, and again, no disrespect, what's cultural parameters? I mean, they chop up an animal living. Where here in America we'll usually, euthanize an animal. Even a lobster, I'm going to put in a refrigerator or freezer for 20 minutes and take my knife straight through the top of its head. Or like a blue crab from like Maryland, I'm going to cut its face off.
Right.
Now, whether that's proven to instantly kill the animal, I'm not trying. I love animals, guys. So it's bullfighting for me is just, I don't care. Like, I hope the bull wins. That's the only thing I hope. If somebody takes a horn right up the ass, Mr. Bull, horn that guy. Horn him good. Get yours. Get your bull on.
Yeah, dude. It's just not cultural in America, and I think that's why this game's gonna flop. I mean, that amongst a bunch of other things. I mean, Assassin and Turtle were the first to say to me, like, the graphics are awful. Like, right, Turtle and Assassin, the graphics very bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also got dizzy watching someone stream it. It was just going in a circle. I'm
Right,
like,
because the perspective above the bullfighter, when the bull runs by, it's constantly spinning. It's just absurd.
I don't even know how they could come up with that idea. It's like, it just, to me, it's I mean,
absurd.
but you know what, Matt? I don't want to limit games either. New ideas are great. It just, I don't know. It just,
Yeah. No, I mean,
it's
it was a good try, but
yeah.
definitely the worst of this week. But the best of this week, Mega Coin Squad, absolutely amazing.
Fantastic.
So, Chef, you got early access to it. You were streaming it early access. So, tell us what you think about it and what you think of the developers and everything.
Well, I think Big Pixel Coins did, or Big Pixel Studios did a great job. Sorry, I've with Mega Coin Squad and like basically bringing back the nostalgia of games like Mario and Sonic the Hedgehog, and then also throwing in that ability to just have a fun LAN party. You get a couple of your old school friends that remember Mario, remember Sonic the Hedgehog, and you guys like, look, all right, let's do this. Let's collect these coins. Let's feed the pig. I also think it could be a really cool game for teaching kids about saving money. You know what I mean? Put the coins in the piggy bank and and stuff like that. And also with the new mechanics, it has great gameplay mechanics. Like just when I'm like, am all I going to be doing is jumping and breaking blocks with my head? Boom! They're like, have an upgraded RPG and have fun, And I'm like, okay. So there's like little role playing elements into it. It's definitely got that great party atmosphere. Again, though, it's a pixelated game, so it's not, Mortal Kombat flashy.
Right.
Know what you're getting into. But yeah, definitely. Jordan, what about you, gentlemen? What do you guys think?
I love it.
It's flashy in its own right, though, clowns. No, I mean, we're old school gamers too, so I mean, we love this nostalgia. But even if you're not, I think it's got a flashiness to it that will attract,
I agree.
Common people.
I agree what you're saying. Sure.
What they did, it blew my mind. Like, it's like I don't even know if it's true 8-bit or 16-bit or 12-bit, whatever. It's like a retro bit thrown together with cartoon mashup and awesome cartoon story in the beginning that reminds me of like the days of like Powerpuff Girls and Dexter's Laboratory, the way they did the cartoons. And then you go through these levels and it's like you start out and it looks like the Super Mario World 3 map. And then you get in these levels, there's coins. It's just the memories like flood back in your brain. And you're like, this is amazing. Mm-hmm. And that's what it was for me.
Turtle, you agree with that? What are your thoughts?
I have got to admit I've played it maybe 15 minutes, but I'm going to play it more. But from what I've seen of it, I really like it. I like the concept of it.
Yeah, and you got 5 separate, 5 different characters you can play as, and they all have their strengths and weaknesses. It's not just a skin, some are heavier, some are quicker, some can jump higher, and when you pick a character, it shows a little animated video of their story beforehand. So I picked the little raccoon guy.
Yeah,
who was good.
Cool.
Who was good. Yeah, you picked him too, right, Chef?
Yeah, he reminded me of Garfield. It like looked like Garfield,
Yes.
kind of like
Yeah,
Garfield
yeah.
the cat.
It looks just like Garfield, and his story is, he was dressed up in, cosplay kind of thing out on the streets of New York City trying to get some money to take pictures with tourists, and no one was taking pictures with him and giving him money, so, he found that he could do this coin thing and get money. So that, simple stories like that you can definitely get attached to, and it just adds a lot of spunk and a lot of character to the game, and I really, really am liking it. Assassin, did you get to play it at all?
I did not get time to play it. I watched Chef stream it. I was lurking in his channel for a while.
There you go.
So,
But
I mean, it looks fun, but
the only thing that we're gonna have a review on the site, so check it out. 4GwQPodcast.com. We'll have a review, and hopefully we can all collaborate on it. But the only thing that I would knock it for right now is that it's so short. Like, please, 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 if you're out there listening, please add some more levels. Like, if you can add some more levels, maybe even double. Like, it is kind of on the short side, so, but it is very, very fun. Other than that, I think it's excellent. Clowns, are you here?
Yep, I mean, I agree, and especially right now with the discount, $11.99, it's definitely worth it. I hope to see a part 2 or a sequel to this with more levels. I hope they throw it in there. But I will tell some of you people out there listening, if you beat the game, expect to go back because you get this awesome unicorn. So, yeah, do that.
Nice.
Nice.
So, Chef, you gonna be streaming this again anytime soon, or what do you think? Is this
Yeah, we'll probably do a stream for Mega Coin Squad Sunday night. Let everybody have like a relaxing day. More than likely, most of our streams are gonna do with Fight Club because that's when you have fighters that are daily, like you're doing your Witcher stream and they're like, oh, you're doing the Witcher? Okay, bye. The fighters require the club. So definitely, I gotta club them. Club the fighters. But no, seriously, and I love the little fight club too. But yeah, we'll be doing a stream of it again
Cool.
soon. Probably about an hour and a half stream. I'm also gonna be making a video for it on upload in the next week too. So I'll be sharing that around, and of course I'll send that over to you guys. And if you'd like to do the same, I'll share it out on my feed. Because the game's a good game. It's not like it. And great point. $11.99. I mean, come on, man.
Right.
Unless you're subbing to Chef's channel, that's
Nice.
There you go.
Yeah. So
We're only $4.99. No, definitely don't miss out on Mega Coin Squad. Buy it and then sub to Chef's channel.
There you go.
Love you.
Hey, that was a great $5 that I spent.
Thanks, bud.
There you go.
Hey, you should get rewarded for it. I mean, we're doing a lot of giveaways and the sub specific, and you know what? ZPC, man, even without subbing, he's won a headset in there, dude.
Yep.
I got a pair of XO4s on the way to him right now.
There you go.
Can't wait.
So yeah, we caught up with Chef on this episode. Sadly, it's the end, but luckily things have
great
been going great, and we can't wait to have him on again. He's going to E3. He said maybe we can get him on to do like a little overview episode of E3 coverage, and we'll get all of his personal takes on everything.
Whether I've attend the entire show, I'm not quite sure yet, but I will definitely be at the Xbox press reveal on Monday, June 15th. I'm so excited to attend. Go Xbox. Woo woo. Oh yeah. And we're going to see, if there's going to be the Gears reveal or whatever, like our State of the Union address from Mr. Phil Spencer is going to be, or Aaron or Major Nelson or any of the amazing players, Graham Boyd. We're going to check it out. I'm also going to try to make it to the big show. But guys, I promise you, man, when I come back to talk about E3, I want to share my time with the 4 guys with quarters with it. So,
Awesome,
when I'm
man.
not talking about it in my broadcast, you can expect for me to have some stuff for you guys, definitely, and some thoughts and feelings. You guys are amazing. Shout out to Inferno, Little Turtle Boy, ZPC Assassin, Italian Clowns. You guys keep believing, keep achieving, live that dream. You can do it, man. And I'm happy to be here, supportive, and be a part of your guys' group. Just visit when you guys want me. Yeah!
Awesome, thank you
All
very
right.
much. Thank you.
Anytime.
Yeah. So if you guys, if you guys miss our shows, we have our shows archived on YouTube. So just youtube.com/4GuysWithQuarters. You'll find us there. Obviously, you find us on Twitch if you're watching live, but if you're not, Four Guys with Quarters is our Twitch handle. You can find us on social networks. Assassin's been doing a good job with that. Facebook and Twitter. Facebook, we're Four Guys with Quarters, and on Twitter, we're 4GwQPodcast. So go check us out there. Clown's been doing awesome stuff with the website, 4GuysWithQuarters.com. Go there for articles, reviews, our old episodes. We're gonna have a couple new reviews up on the site. We're gonna do Mega Coin Squad. We're gonna do the Witcher 3 review. So please go check those out and let us know if you like them or if you don't. Either way, we want some criticism or some, some praise, whatever. So let us know how we're doing. And until next time, I guess. Chef, thanks again. Appreciate it, man.
Anytime, bud. You guys keep it up. You guys are doing great, man. Never give up. Rome wasn't built in a day. Believe and achieve, man. It's been a pleasure being here.
Awesome, man. Thank you. And,
all right, fellas.
With that,
Chef.
Clowns, go ahead. What?
Chef, I got one question for you after the show.
Sure.
Oh, he's got a question
Okay.
after the show. All right. We are going to stop it here then. Peace, everybody. See you later. Have a good night.
Laters.